Play it cool.
I will indeed play cool. Welcome all to Horizon yet again. And this is going to be a little bit of a different episode compared to previous episodes that basically featured me playing Horizon with the Earth Federation. Essentially, we're going to do a new game here. And the reason I'm going to do a new game is basically to sort of showcase a little bit of it, like the different starts that each of these different races sort of have. In this case, we're going to jump into the game with the Barsig here. And they're a little bit different than the humans, as you can see with their aptitudes. Basically, humans are basically average at everything. The Barsig, they're good trade, but poor at boring combat. They also have resourceful as opposed to devious. And you notice that these guys will start on a desert planet instead of the humans who start on a Terran planet. So the reason I'm sort of jumping in here with the Barsig, for the most part, I basically sort of want to showcase what the sort of the differences for races really are in a nutshell. As you can see, I changed around a couple of settings here recently, so we're gonna change this I guess to be 6 quantity of planets. We'll have maybe a low amount of quality stars per system. We're going to change this down to what, perhaps? I think we're actually going to go with an average amount of stars. We'll have this 4 anomalies per system. And we'll leave everything else basically as is set right there. So yes, I'm going to jump into the game with the Barsig, and it's going to do a quick showcase of what to maybe to expect with the Barsig race if you're to play with them. Alright, so we're starting off here in what looks like the Sector 6 of the galaxy. And we're pretty much deep in the corner, which is okay, I guess, to be on a fringe, but not necessarily the best thing to have happen. Now, I want to bring up a point here, but basically, with the Barsig, you're starting off on a desert planet. And this is opposed to, say, starting off on a Terran planet, kind of like the Terrans did. So it actually leads to the Barsig being a little bit of a different race than the other races in a way. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to basically send out my scout for now. He's going to go over here. I'm going to have you. You, sir, will go down there for now. I should probably go to text now and we'll get logistics getting researched up a little bit here. I'm going to research with Strontium armor. We'll try and get breakthroughs in this stuff. Research iron cannon. We'll leave that stuff to be as is. And alright, well, let's just start colonizing a few planets in my system here. So note here that in my home system for Rashkin, I basically start off with small Terran planet. I'm starting off of a oceanic planet, another oceanic planet. I want to note that something I note with the Barsig is that their systems will actually change. The humans will basically always start with the same amount of planets every single time. They'll basically start off with Mercury and Venus, Mars, Earth, and all others, the other planets that are basically in the solar system that we inhabit. But these guys, they'll basically have a different star system set up every single time. They'll just have Barsig on a desert world, but everything else in their star system more or less be different. It'll be a good system overall, but it'll just be a different setup of planets, so to speak. Alright, anyhow, you're basically all doing stuff. So we colonize a planet there, and I of course forgot to do something. I want to upgrade this stuff immediately so I can get some more money. And we'll just go here and start upgrading the colony. My colony here will just go to dock with Vrashkin. He'll get more colonizer, and we'll just, go around colonizing all this stuff here real quick. And let's keep going from there. Great, so you can now colonize Vrashkin 4. So that's done. And it was refit already. Great. You can now colonize the other system, or planet in the system. And you can just be built up. As you can see, my money's going to, drastically go down real quick because I have all these plants to build up in my home sector, which is very nice, to say the least, I guess. So So that's done. We've been refit. Great. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to actually have my colonizer, I think. He'll move out over to survey this system up here, and then we'll start basically exploring the surrounding systems that I basically have for my, my game here. Alright, colony was built on Rashkin 1. Rashkin 1 is a very, you know, shall we say, poor resource world for, like, military building. So I think what we're going to do here, we're just going to build up some, I think, research farms and industry from this plant. So this will be, well, I guess, you know what, let's actually build up some trade here. We're going to build money from this plant. We'll build food and money from this Terran plant here. And some soldiers. Alright, we arrived over here, and you'll notice that basically, you'll probably notice that as I go along here, all the systems will now have only 6 plants. So we'll only ever find like a maximum of this many plants per system. And that will be all we'll ever find. We'll find like less than this, we'll never find any more. Unless, of course, we reach like a system like Earth, or, you know, Sol. Because, you know, they'll have all the other systems. You'll see that when we actually get there. Basically, home systems follow their own set of rules. They always have, like, you know, up to like 9 plants. You know, in Earth will always have the same amount, which includes up to Pluto. But basically, the other stuff that we can colonize won't. They'll follow like the rule set as predefined as by you in the, you know, game startup. All right, colony built over there. Realms found in Barsig 1. Very good. You can go dig that up. Please and thank you. You're going to survey all that stuff for me. There's nothing to survey there, so just push on already. I'll note that right now I'm doing like a quick step to sort of think about how much logistics tech I need to get up. Basically, I see a couple stars here, just sort of out on the frontiers, like what my scout here can explore. And I think what we want to do, if I can't find something to colonize over here, I'll try and get a little bit more logistics to get up over to this sector. But for the most part, we're just going to, like, you know, go one more logistics and then I'll start changing over to something else to research for electronics. And I'll note that basically this is like a sort of like, you know, idea. I'm basically, you know, planning ahead with like my research tech, kind of like, you know, you should be in a 4X game. Alright, we extracted some info on the field construction from relics. Very nice. You can go back to researching this sector, because that's what he's doing. And what are we doing over here? So this oceanic plant, it's basically got, you know, abundant resources. This would probably be a good sector, maybe build up some industry in, I think. So we'll do that. Build up lots of industry here. And let's also build up some research, I think. And I think you're going to have an extra building too, so we'll build up some farms. And then this was built up, so this is more or less the same type of plant, except it's a little bit bigger than the other oceanic world, so we'll build up some trade in this one. And you'll know I'm not going to like go willy-nilly just try and buy everything and like, you know, this structure, that structure, and all that with no planning ahead. This time around, we're not going to do that. We're just going to try and pick what we're supposed to, you know, sort of, you know, specialize in for each plant, so to speak. Now, something I never really brought up, I don't think, in like the past game, but it's worth knowing that whenever you're clicking on like these unexplored systems, you'll actually get like a sort of like template of what you can try and expect if you go there. So this unexplored system with a blue star. Blue stars are extremely hot stars that shine over 1,000,000 times that of the average star. Any planets in these systems are likely to have mineral rich but unable to support life. So these are like, you know, very high chance of having like hot plants, I guess. You know, like barren or maybe desert plants if I'm lucky. But there's basically a low chance that this system's going to have like, you know, habitable world. So there's going to be a low chance to find any sort of like, you know, Terran plants here. Now, if I go over to like say this yellow star, Yellow stars offer the best chance to find Terran plants with an abundance of minerals and life-sustaining environments. So we'll find Terran plants and oceanic plants and all the other good type of plants here in yellow stars. If I go over to this white star, white stars are bright, hot stars. Plants found in such systems will be high in minerals, but barely able to support life. And you know, basically like the hottest type of star there is. And then of course, there's other stars available as well that we'll eventually see. So here's a blue-white star. Blue-white stars are very hot, luminous stars. Planets in orbit of these systems are typically mineral-rich, but devoid of life. There's a neutron star. Neutron stars are known as pulsars, are formed from the gravitational collapse of stars that have gone supernova. Their intense magnetic fields disrupt all shields, sensors, and communications. Here's a red star. Red stars are quite common aging stars that have planets with less than ideal environments and often are also poor mineral resources. So, you know, this is a poor system to probably explore, even, you know, contemplate going to. Orange stars offer a good chance of finding hostile planets, but so basically you're sort of getting an idea here. I hope you are, that basically as you like look for like different types of stars, you'll find like different types of prospects in these places. Anyhow, we'll basically push on and like keep you know, exploring the game. Oh. Small majestic area hidden away from the rest of the plant. What has my colonizer found? Let's dig up and see what's in there. One of the captains of Depot system is reporting a heavy magnetic disturbance over one of the ship's systems. Wait, there's more incoming. I am receiving reports that transmission is being forced through the ship's communications. A live transmission is being forwarded to you. Alright, so here's like the fleshy one type of thing that we basically saw before, so... basically the fleshy one, what you have come across, I won't explain at this time, but the sacred shrines of the Harkoon are ones that we kind of enter. I will encourage you to, will not encourage you to proceed down this path, but I will not discourage you either. I am in charge of monitoring you, so know that you're being watched, but I will not interfere. So Commander, a live transition was being forwarded from a blah blah blah. So basically, you know, it's a shrine thing. And basically we're basically told to go to Sector 2 to find out a little bit more about this stuff. And yeah, we get to like the quest for it, the Keymaster. So that was done. Alright, I think we'll have my colonizer here. Since, you know, there's a good chance of finding, like, you know, more stuff in, like, Orange Stars, let's go up there with him. And maybe we'll find something good there. And you can just basically push up to this star over here. And sadly, there's nothing really to note there, so, oh well. And I've basically got about 4 turns before I have to worry about stuff in here, so... let's basically skedaddle about 4 turns, I guess. I'll have to change this in 2 turns. That too, probably. So there we go. Breakthrough, and we got, you know, a little bit more logistics. So, at this point, we'll change it to Interstellar Comm over here. Xenobiology. And more else, we'll keep exploring the other stuff that I'm researching right now. And let's see here. This guy can now basically reach all these planets except for this one I really wanted to find, and this one too. So I will have to do a little bit more logistics research just to get to those planets. But, you know, it'll probably just be like one more. And I'll just get Interstellar Comm, I guess, first for now, just because it's so close anyways. Alright, it's a toxic plant there. So yeah, basically, you know, that's an uninhabitable plant basically here in, like, Gurs. Oh, that's not a good sign. Someone's been digging up stuff, which means that there's another, you know, race somewhere around this area over here, probably. Wonder if there's anyone over here. Because, you know, there's a good possibility I could find, like, someone over in one of these sectors, too. Interstellar Comm, very good. And we got some other stuff built as well. So we'll take this off. I'll do a little bit more logistics research for now. Hey, look at that. We finally found another planet to colonize. So, You are going to immediately just colonize that plant right there. This is an oceanic plant. Notice that basically I haven't done a survey, so I have no idea what's in the plant, but whatever. That's not really important. And you're there. We're slowly getting this place underway and all that. Over here, we're going to basically produce a little bit more industry. And I forget if I was going to build trade or farm stuff here, but I think we'll do this right now. Get that underway. And you'll be ready to go in about 3 turns, so 1, 2, 3. 1. And you're done your exploring, so you're gonna go to the star over there. Apparently you haven't colonized that planet yet, so we'll have to wait another turn for it. There we go, colonize that planet. And I'll have this guy just, you know, survey the system. So this is an abundant ocean plant with, you know, requires building for farming, but it's going to be a good plant to build, like, military stuff on. I won't bother with the naming of the stuff this time. We're just going to start building that right away. And you're just going to survey there, so you're good there. Very good. We found nice little mineral, you know, extensive gold deposits here in Arco 1. Let's see here. I built stuff here, so we're going to start building this right away. Hey, we found the Earthlings. So Earth is over there. Made first contact with the, you know, the humans. Apparently did a whole lot of research for stuff. And look at that, there's another oceanic plant right there. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to colonize this plant because something that, you know, I was sort of ignoring, you know, from the last run through. Basically, as you're basically colonizing plants that are, like, closer and closer to, like, your enemies, like, in this case, like, Earth. If I was to colonize this is actually going to piss off Earth quite a bit, so I'm, you know, not so in tune to basically do that, pissing off, like, the Earthlings. So I just might leave this, you know, as bare and just be happy with the plant I've got up here. You know, try and build good relations with them. You can just go there. You can basically book it down here to get more guys. I don't think it's too much of a major loss to pass up this sector anyways. This is like a very, you know, decent sector of, like, you know, a nice little rich oceanic plant there, so I'm not complaining too much. Very good, more stuff being built up. So right here, basically what I'm going to do for now, we'll leave this one to build up as it is. And you're going to build up some research here. And you are going to keep building up more of this. And let's build up some, what else we have here? This stuff. And while I'm at it, we should be building up, like, barracks in all these places right away, just so I can build up troops. Get that going, like, you know, non-stop, so to speak. And apparently I have no money to build up anymore, so ran out of money. Build that there. Build this here. Let's build up some pod racing for tourism, perhaps, here. That might be worth, you know, pursuing. And we'll build some trade. Oh, we found some more gold deposits, apparently. So that's done. We can take this off now, I think, because, you know, that's going to say vary, so it'll just pop up when it pops up. Very good. He's done exploring. And that's also an abundant moon, but or planet, but whatever. No big deal if I don't colonize, I don't think, as I said. Oh boy. Barbex. Will they be hostile again? Who knows? So the Barbex are down over here. They'll be fun. I find that the Barbex get really, really hostile really fast, almost in all my playthroughs, just because, I don't know why, they just do. So it's not too friendly to have them right there. Well, we're gonna push on, I guess. Excellent. So we've done our, surveying over here. Jump over there. See what's over there. And you know what? We're gonna have this guy survey right over here for now. I'm more or less just waiting for here, by the way, for, I guess, more building and stuff to happen. Cool. So there's a human sector. Got a nice little Terran plant there with fertile soil for himself. Trade docks, industry, and all that other stuff built over here. We'll build more industry, we'll build more of this stuff. Now, something I didn't really do last time, but I'm going to be doing a whole lot this time around. We're actually going to build some star bases. And the reason I'm going to build star bases is because they help with, like, building up more command points, but also because they'll act as a nice little defensive buffer. I wasn't really doing this with, like, the human playthrough, so, I basically was lagging behind eventually with, like, guys invading me because they didn't really have, like, proper defenses, so to speak. Space Gypsies. A live transmission is being forwarded to you from the landing party on Vendor Free. A collection of crystals arranged in patterns you could not begin to recognize appears to be a shrine of sorts. The object that was placed here in a shrine is obviously missing, however, it does not look like it's been missing for long. Signs of living shelters around the area suggest that occupants have only left a few hours previously. Scans of the system provide a clear path for the band of space gypsies still milling about the planet's atmosphere looking for more objects of interest. So cool. Space gypsies. We're going to go with option 2. So, I guess this is like the sector with like the space gypsies in it. They're circling around this sector here. Well, eventually, I'll probably build up a fleet if I was to keep playing this, and we'll go after destroy that, perhaps. You're gonna just keep looking around, because that's what you're doing. What's there? An explorer. I was going to do a quick check here, but... Alright, so for the most part I can, reach a lot of these planets now that I was, unable to reach before. I think I will go for one more logistics just so I can, like, get this system just in case, like, there's nothing over here, just because of the Barbex. Basically, I don't want to colonize these sectors, I don't think, with the Barbex being just real close. I may want to colonize this stuff over here, because that's a little bit far out of range of them, but, only just out of range of them, so to speak. So yeah, I'll do a little bit more research in logistics, and then at level 5, this will probably be it. Okay, he's done there. So, to sort of like jump into like the examples of stuff, you'll notice that basically with like, the Irvin system here, or the Sol system, where like, the humans are, us, so to speak, they still have like, you know, the full like, you know, roster of plants that, you know, you can expect from like, you know, our solar system. So it's gonna have all 9 of these plants. All the other systems, you know, it'll have like only up to 6, but you know, this will have like the maximum amount that's supposed to have. And, like this will have like, you know, the few it has and all that. Fun stuff, you know. Excellent. Made a nice little bit of progress and stuff. And I think we'll send our colonizer down to, well, I'm just going to keep following what I said. We'll send them up there. And, yeah, basically the Barbucks have been, you know, getting a couple of things, as you can see here, so they're busy. They got themselves a nice little planet system over here, too. Really nice one. Let's see here. You'll probably notice, by the way, that this is building up a lot faster, by the way, than, like, you know, the first planet. I probably never really touched on it before, but the resources of the planet really affect how long it takes to build stuff in, like, these systems. So, like, you know, poor resources on this planet mean, like, the industrial facilities I'm building here is going to take much longer. While, if you look at, like, you know, like, the facilities I'm building over here, it's going to be a much shorter wait. Just because it's got, you know, abundant resources. And this can be modified further with like, you know, mineral-rich plants or, you know, other stuff as well. Interesting, so my scout can't go here, but my colonizer can. That's why I wanted a colonizer was able to get there, but oh well, that's good for me. Means I'll be able to explore a little bit faster. So, travelers are being reported extremely dangerous emissions of zero-point energy throughout the galaxy. Alright, so basically we've hit like a sort of like, you know, special type of thing here. Essentially what that, like, you know, did, I basically can't move this guy anywhere, I guess, because of these restrictions, I think, is what happened. Basically, all fleets will remain in port. So I'm not sure if this guy's going to get stuck or what's going to happen. I think this guy will be stuck here in a bit. Anyhow, while basically our stuff is happening, let's start building missile defenses up there in Arkhel. Agree. Yeah, the nice thing about the humans is that they're very, you know, social. So you can basically get a lot of like trees and stuff with them very quickly. It's one of the nice things about playing with humans rather than as humans. Very good, we built our factories. So now I'll take like, you know, the 30 BC whatever to basically build that now. Let's see here. I'm basically thinking a little bit about like, you know, like the level of stuff in here. And basically, this is like, I guess, sort of a complaint I guess I have about this game, but you can basically build things up to like, you know, level 3 for everything here. So you have to sort of like think about what is you're going to be like building and all that. So, what I'm blabbing on about here, I can basically get like grand scale factories like, you know, my systems, and that'll be like the maximum like type of factories I can get. It basically how like the building like upgrades in this game work, you know, in the early game at least, you basically have like up to like, you know, free like build levels for like each of like your trade, entertainment, farming, industry, and research. And, you know, basically that means that you can get up to, like, you know, 3 of each type. And that'll total up about being, like, you know, 3 per. So, in the long run, I can probably get up, like, you know, farming, industry, and research all in this sector very easily. So maybe we'll upgrade this next. And this will only be able to get up to 8, but it can still build up a little bit. So I can, probably build up a little bit of, like, more tech or trade there, for example, in the future, perhaps. So, have to start thinking about, like, what buildings I'm going to place and all that. That was quick. Alright, so we'll basically finish exploring Dalek here in a moment, hopefully. Oh wow! Terraforming! Transforms the planet's atmosphere, climate, and ecology to make it habitable and hospitable to our species. Terraforming benefits only extend up to a limit of the native planet's type for our species. Gas giants cannot be terraformed. So cool. I'm definitely going to want to have to do that. So, terraforming. That is over here in biotech. We're going to do immediate research on that. Immediate research. Maybe I can show that off real quick. And you can go explore there. You're still exploring nicely over here. And let's see here. I can, like, keep building stuff over here, for example, so I can get away with, like, getting more trade here, for example, so I'll do that. Trade here, too. Not going to upgrade this for a little bit, but I can definitely probably go down to upgrade this soon. Actually, because of, like, the fact that I can put 11 buildings down here, I can actually build more stuff here. So I could build, like, farms here, for example, if I want to. Because there's more than enough room for it. To get, like, the farms here as well. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice little desert planet over here, because, that's colonizable for the Barsig, so colonizer, do your stuff. Colonize. Let's zoom out a little bit. It's very good, he does that. And we can, afford to get more farming over here as well, so we'll do that. Let's have you survey the system for now. Actually, because I've got a colony there, I can now, like, have my scout go all the way up here now if I want to, but we'll have this guy just, do his stuff for a moment. Actually, you know what? I really should just send back to my homeworld to get more, colony pods, ready to go. Because that's a smart thing to do. Biomechanical armor. Biomechanical armor provides a strong defense against enemy weapons and is able to repair itself. Because of its hybrid nature, it is vulnerable to weapons with burning effect. So yeah, we basically did a little progress here in armor. We, had a little breakthrough into something else. Biomechanical armor. I think biomechanical armor is actually what they use for the these guys down here, for example. Their ships use biomechanical armor. What am I going to do with you? You're just going to head down there for now, I think. Actually, you know what? Let's actually maybe play the biomechanical armor if I continue this playthrough on a little bit more than one episode. I'm not sure if I'm going to just drop this episode after, like, just, like, playing for a little bit. But I guess I'll let you guys decide if you want to see more of the Barsig, or if you want me to basically just go back to humans and continue playing that playthrough. You know what I haven't done yet? This. Yep, gotta keep building up those colonies. So you're there, very good. Trade center. Built. So that'll take a lot more to build up again, any more than that. But, you know, it's fine. It's a nice little developed plant, basically. Alright, so we got our first terraforming tech in. Let's go read about this now. So, basically, it terraforms an area 10% per turn. I'm not sure how that'll work, but it'll be interesting to see. Maybe I'll go over to here to one of these plants and have a look at it. You know, maybe go to the barren or volcanic and see if I can terraform into something else. Maybe that barren plant if it's possible. 5 more turns until we get logistics, and then I'll probably send this guy over here to this red plant over there. Alright, you can go survey there. And you, sir... Let's have this guy go down here, I guess, next. And before I forget, we'll build this up. Just a little bit. And for the most part, more or less, these guys have been developed quite well. My, you know, my lovely little plants and all that. Actually, let's do a quick look in here and just make sure. So yeah, that plant's basically developed as far as it's going to go for now. That one will be developed as far as it's going to go for now. What I'm basically thinking about doing over here is just, I'm just going to set up like a starbase early. I know it's going to take 200 turns basically, or a little bit less. Might build up a little bit of industry in here, but it'll take a long time to build like an industry on a planet with like no poor resources and all that. But it'll be good to have it eventually built there, because it's out of the way over there, that plant. Colony built, pleasure domes, factories. So our kill is doing well over here. And I think more or less that this place has been built up as well as it's going to be for now. And this place. This will probably just be a farming, farming plant, I think, is what it's going to be turned into. Build that. Build all that stuff. Alright, let's just book it through these turns a little bit faster. And there's the gargoyles. Hello, gargoyles. And there we go, we got a break from biomechanical armor, so all repair 5% per round. Nice little damage absorption from it. Oh, I thought that would be enough to get me be able to go to one of these sectors over here, but I guess it wasn't. Logistics, you have failed me. Oh well, I could wait a little bit longer just to get, a little bit more logistics, but I think at this point we're just going to say, screw it, we're going to go for targeting systems perhaps over here. And I think we'll send this guy up to explore somewhere else. Like right there. Oh, there's the gargoyles. You gotta explore over here. Here they're gonna survey right there. Alright, very good. you can go explore up in this direction. You're gonna dock and you'll get refitted there. I'm still doing more, you know, of this terraforming stuff. Alright, so let's see if this works as like the colonizer then. So I assume with the orders, he's probably got something like to colonize like, you know, other planets. So I assume that he could probably go here now. So yeah, this is now colonizable over here, this planet. So I can colonize this barren planet over here. And now we've colonized the barren planet of, you know, Rashkin 2. So, you know, it's probably not going to be like the greatest place, this planet here, just because, you know, it's a terraform planet, so it's not like, you know, a regular planet I can just, like, you know, sit on. But I assume it'll be, like, you know, beneficial to be able to do this. I can colonize metal planets now. I can even colonize, well, it says uninhabitable, but whatever. They're all colonizable, basically, is the thing. So I can make use of all these plants now. That's a nice little breakthrough to get, that terraforming tech. I assume with like text, it's very random what you get. So sometimes you'll get something you'll really like, but other times you won't. Bioenergy armor. Bioenergy armor absorbs damage from energy weapons, leaving the ship hull intact. It regenerates itself at a high rate, but requires power. Shield's technology cannot be coupled with bioenergy armor. Interesting. So basically, you know, bioenergy armor is like, you know, with like, you know, these technologies basically. Biomechanical is like, you know, think like Zerg. Bioenergy is think like Protoss, I think. Or maybe that's not right. Biomechanical is probably more like the humans, like in StarCraft. But then you've got like bioenergy, which is like, you know, more like the Zerg. I think that'd be more like it. So yeah, bioenergy armor absorbs damage from energy weapons, leaving the ship hull intact. You know, basically, there's different ways of looking at all these different armors. Basically, they all have like different, like, you know, abilities and you know, portfolios to basically, you know, make them different and all that. Maybe we'll look into this one now. Have a little bit of fun with that. All the interesting stuff, you know. There's a lot of detail packed into this game. If you know where to look for it. I'm just doing a quick look through all these planets here, basically, to decide if there's anything I want to colonize, perhaps. Like, I could go over to this system over here. Maybe colonize that metal planet. But anyhow, let's send up my guy over here for now, I guess. I should probably note why I basically picked targeting systems, by the way. I found out, like, you know, reading through like all these different texts, that targeting systems apparently affect the chance of you hitting a target with your weapons. So all those times I was basically missing in like my past playthroughs is because like I didn't have very good targeting. So the more targeting you get, the better targeting you'll be able to hit your, you know, enemy with. So I want that basically. I'm getting lots and lots of money, so I'll be able to build up, you know, maybe some like, you know, if I go here, I'll maybe be able to build up some more stuff here in like the capital. This basically. which would be nice. Or I could build star bases all over the place. Could do that too. Starbase! So there's our first starbase up and running. So yeah, starbase can resupply, reprepare, and refit ships. They also double up as a defensive platform. And they give nice command points. Very nice. Alright, well, you know what? I think that at this point I've actually given you a very good demonstration of what the Barsig is, you know, pretty much like compared to like the humans. So you got a little bit more, you know, differences in like the planets you sort of colonize. But for the most part, it's very similar to what the humans are like, in, you know, in a nutshell. Basically, it plays very much the same, so, you know, it's basically just a different race. But who knows, maybe you guys would like to see me continue on this playthrough instead of the human one, because this is actually turning out to be a really great playthrough, you know, just the starting of this stuff. I got like the Barbex down here, you know, that's a little bit out of place, but I could probably go invade them if I want to. And who knows, I could do like really well in this one, if I go with it. I hope you've enjoyed, though, for the playthrough for now. I'm just going to save this. We'll call this the Let's Play Horizon Barsig. And you guys can, you know, maybe post some comments on this video. Let me know if you think that I should be, you know, continue on with this playthrough or continue on with the human playthrough. Take care for now.